I'm Graham Humphreys. I'm Chairman of the Australian Caravan Club, and welcome to the Australian Caravan Club's National Muster, where friendships and adventure begin. There's 112 vans on site, that includes motorhomes, and we've got 204 individual people here on site. We haven't been to a fairly remote location like this for our national muster with so much to offer on hand, and that we've been able to work hand in hand with the council, which has made this all happen. And to see Zorro, who's their mayor here, he's excited.
So the Australian Caravan Club National Muster here is absolutely awesome. Over 120 vans for 10 days at the Charleville Showgrounds. We believe our facilities are second to none. It gives the opportunity to everyone to congregate. When you have over 120 vans in the one place, in the one community for over 10 days, the economic value that you guys bring to this community will be enormous. But what the Australian Caravan Club not only get the opportunity to see our lifestyle, but our tourist attractions. We have three main attractions right here in Charleville. Is our Cosmos Centre, that is all about the stars, the sun, and our universe in a state-of-the-art facility, but also the secret base, World War II secret base. 3,500 American servicemen and women here in 1940 to protect all of Australia. But then also our Bilby Center. Now this has been enormous. Save the Bilby Fund and the Bilby Center, just to bring this mammal back from extinction and to be so strong, and it is amazing to be a part of, and I cannot wait for the Australian Caravan Club members to experience those three attractions that we have here in Charleville. And once again, it's just an absolute privilege to have these guys here in our community.
I like Charleville, I like this place.
We wanted to come to Charleville because this is an area we have not been to before, and so far, so good.
Well, it's my fourth time here, and I've loved it every time.
Oh, look, Charleville's great. The people are lovely. They're really great.
Yeah, it seems like a pretty good place. Everyone's pretty friendly in town, so you can't complain.
And met a lady in IGA that just had a fabulous personality. You would want to go back there every day.
And even yesterday we went for coffee, and a couple of women walking past us said, "Welcome to our community."
Everybody, the people up the street, all know who we are, and they are so friendly and welcoming.
Some of the people here are saying, we've never been to Charleville. And some are very excited to see a Bilby.
But then the Bilby Experience was good. First time I've ever seen a real one.
And of course, love the little Bilbies.
We saw the Bilbies years ago in the National Park at night. So this was a whole new experience today, and we thoroughly enjoyed it. And the lady in the information centre was so full of life.
Great to hear all about the saving of them by those two fellows that 20 years ago that made such a difference.
Oh, it was great. They're really cute little things, and nice to see them in not a natural environment, but in a well looked after environment in a good initiative.
I didn't know much about the Bilbies, to be honest. We don't have them. We're from North New South Wales. We don't have them down there. I did actually learn a lot. It's interesting to find out about the number of feral cats and the problems that they have with them. And I think the work that they've been doing is commendable.
I knew about the Currawinga enclosure, but it was great to hear how successful it's been, because I didn't realise that there were so many that are living in that enclosure now from the original 6. So that was great to know that it's been such a success.
And their reproductive cycle is amazing, like 4 litters a year, two average per litter. So one female can produce 8 in a year. So that's pretty amazing going.
The World War II secret tour, tag-along tour, that's been an outstanding success. Tourism here have doubled the number of people that they take just to try and fit us in.
I've really enjoyed the attractions around this particular area, especially the World War II Museum.
Really enjoyed World War II.
Oh, and the World War II Museum, that was fascinating.
But I think the World War II base, yeah, it's just interesting that I didn't even realise it was here sort of thing, you know, and it's just good to see a bit of history.
The tour was very good, very informative, and the bloke really knew his stuff.
Didn't know such a thing existed at the secret mission. The fact that there were so many soldiers here and that it was so far inland that you don't expect something of that size to be here.
The secret base today was great as well, you know, like it's really well done.
Oh, excellent tour, and the guide was excellent. You know, you could hear everything. He knew his stuff really well. Very informative, I thought.
You think, my God, you know, they did that back just before I was born, actually. Just the sheer logistics of it, the amount of bitumen that they put down, the number of buildings, the number of servicemen they had working there.
I thought it was just far enough inland to be away from Japanese attack, but they were delivering all the bombers here and putting them together, and anything that was shot up or beat up or needed servicing was flown into here. And it was quite a big setup, so yeah, it was all good.
I've done a lot to Charleville and trucks one thing and another, never even knew it was here.
The one following close behind it is the Outback date farm, the second largest date farm in Australia.
We done the date farm, which was absolutely phenomenal.
The date palm. We went to the date palm farm, and that was really interesting. That was lovely.
Got to be the date farm. Very impressed with the date farm.
We went out to the date farm, that was interesting.
A lot of things I didn't know about dates.
The date farm was extremely interesting.
Interesting just to find out how they process the dates, and having some tastings was really nice, especially the liqueur, that was yummy.
And he had all sorts of things. He had the dates, she made a date loaf, and they had a liqueur and a juice.
The date juice and the liqueur and the date slice. And it was great because I had no idea there were so many different kinds of dates either, so it was nice.
The Cosmos Centre, we had people out at the Cosmos Centre today. One of the big things with the Cosmos Centre is they do a big sky on the night time, and that's been heavily booked out, so there'll be lots of things for people to see there.
Really enjoyed Cosmos.
We've been there twice. We've got a third time tomorrow.
We've been to several Cosmos centres, and I thought this was up there. It was as good as anything we've seen before. The gentleman who conducted the tour was excellent. He had meteorite rocks and other pieces of things that had come from space that he sent around for us to have a look at, and that was really good too.
You know, I'm interested in space, and it was down my alley sort of thing.
Projections they're doing for space in the future, maybe colonising on the moon in some, probably later than after my time, probably.
Corones Hotel tour is booked out.
Rachel at the Corones Hotel did a great job with the history.
But no, that was an interesting thing too. Well worth a visit.
Very, very interesting and very insightful as to what the Corones families and how they've done, and the pub is now finished, the sales of it, the highs, the lows and all that sort of stuff, and
how he put all that together. You know, he arrived over here with nothing in Australia, and then, as I said, he was an entrepreneur, and he's put that together. It's just a fantastic place.
But no, he was an amazing man, as it turned out, with his business acumen. But I think quite a tough man, exceedingly tough. But what he did was amazing. Yeah.
And how much of a businessman Harry was, and you know, all of his interests everywhere, and interesting that he just concentrated on, you know, these areas of the Outback.
The girl did a lot of talking, and I was hanging out for something to drink, water or anything, because it was hot. And then she said, right at the end, she said, I'm going to shout you a lot of free beer. That made me smile.
And you get a free drink, apparently.
Yeah, even this afternoon, the Gravekeepers tour has people going to it this afternoon.
Well, that was interesting. Yeah, quite a few characters are buried in there.
Look, from the social and perspective and all of that is that each evening is the happy hour, and there's people that are playing cards in there at the moment. They've been doing it. Some of our other friends, and I haven't heard it yet, so they mustn't be back. We'll be playing pickleball. Wednesday night, well, I hope will be a really good night, is that I'll be running trivia for them. Saturday night we have a dinner with a musician coming. We can nearly dance and move to anything and a jig and a jive, these people. If someone gets up, the rest will join them.
Really loving catching up with friends that we've seen before and we've met before at previous musters.
Even I haven't been to a lot of the musters, but you still see people that you've seen at another muster and still remember their faces. It's just nice.
Meeting friends you've made over the years, each year you see the same people come from different parts of Australia.
Good. I love it. I love this place.
Everybody's really friendly.
The people that we've met over the years, it's been really good.
And it gets us away from home for 3 or 4 weeks every year too. So.
Because I was supposed to have a hip operation in October and I put it off because I really wanted to come to Charleville.
I know some of the people from previous musters, and that's tremendous to reunite with them and meet other people.
Everyone's pretty happy. Just look over there.
The happy hour's quite amazing because you just go over there, pull up a chair, sit round, and might be 10, 15 in your group, and just behind you there's another group of 15 or 20, and there's multiple little groups around there. You don't sit at the same group every day, it's all different. So
this is our 14th National Muster out of the 18 that have been held, and they've all been good. You end up meeting people from all over Australia. You might only meet them once a year, but you become friends with them.
Yeah, it does make it that little bit more enjoyable, having company when you're wandering around and pointing things out and talking about things.
On the way here, I wore my badges because it's got my caravan key on it. And even on the way up here, I ran into people who were on the way here and we had chats.
It's been fantastic. I wasn't going to come, I was dubious about the distance, but I'm glad I did it.
Yes, there's attractions that we didn't, like the Outback Date Farm tour. I don't know whether we realised that was here when we came here last.
What I find with the musters is they have some organised tours that you can do, whereas if you just come and do it yourself, you don't always look for those things, and it means that you can get out and see more.
All the events organised so far that we've done have been really good, especially the historical house. What really took me was in the shearer's shed, the recipe for camel stew. 3 medium-sized camels, a ton of salt, a ton of pepper, 500 bushels of potatoes, 200 bushels of carrots, 300 sprigs of parsley and 2 small rabbits. Simmer slowly for 4 weeks, garnish with parsley. Will serve 3,800 people. If more expected, add 2 rabbits. Doesn't say how many more people expected.
We had a big storm here last night. There was people outside helping others for pegging down annexes and awnings and all sorts of things that were happening. Thank heavens, the facilities allowed, we're able to move happy hour into the pavilion, into our big room. We also, at our National Musters, have a first timers happy hour. We're all undercover. Everything went well there, and by the time we'd finished, it was a small piece of rain, and we came back down into the big pavilion here and set it all up with, and that's where we ended up having tea that night. During our National Musters, we look for a local charity to support, and by looking around Charleville, the obvious choice for that was the Royal Flying Doctor Service, and that's such a vital piece of infrastructure that operates especially in this part of the world. I was only speaking to the lady in the camping and fishing store, and we told her what her donation was going towards the Royal Flying Doctor Service, and she said, I've been carried twice by them and my husband 4 times.
For our community out here, we provide primary health care through GP clinics to various communities. We offer medical chests, we have telehealth, we have health promotions, mental health, and obviously aeromedical retrievals, the key of it all. And there's no better feeling when you are at a medical emergency, and they all happen at night as well, and you can just hear the sound of the aeroplane landing. It just brings this weight off your shoulders and this warm feeling inside to say help is finally here, and that's what RFDS bring. The finest care to the furthest corner. So the Charleville base covers an area the size of the United Kingdom. It goes a little bit down to the border, sometimes a little bit over, and it'll take you up to Birdsville and then all the way to the coast. So our base and our crew cover a vast area. Support from the Australian Caravan Club endorses that mantle of safety. That support grows the opportunity for greater health, greater services. So valuable and so greatly appreciated, and without all of you contributing to keeping the RFDS in the sky, well, I don't know where we would be, so can't thank you enough and greatly appreciate that support.
I have so many prizes that we need to give out because they're vouchers from the companies here. Just to point out one, the Little Fisher camping and fishing shop down in the main street. Yeah, they've given us a prize that's worth about $80, $90 retail. The Services Club, the RSL Club, has given us 5 vouchers worth $100 each. While we've been here, and obviously with 122 vans on site, it's a fair bit of work. We've had an enormous team of volunteers here. We were able to break them up into 3 teams. They did all the site setting, and when you walk around you'll see the blue marks and the black marks on the grounds, and that's the site whatever and whatever. And but yeah, they've been fantastic. They will be here when we pack up as well. Frank, who's one of our directors, he's been an enormous assistance here. He's an electrician, and where we had to bring in extra electrical power, he was above and beyond. Most of us wouldn't have known where to start, and Frank just put his fingers down and off it all went. So we've been assisted by people that are so patriotic to the club, feel a passion for the club. To the Shire, especially Zorro, the Shire of the Murweh Shire, Robin, who's head of tourism, And Tricia Boland, who also operates out of the Tourist Information Centre, they've gone out of their way to make our life as easy as it can be. I can't imagine that I could ever come back to this town and not go and visit people on the council just to say hi to them. They've become family. To all our members who rolled up, who made the effort from Victoria to northern Queensland, from New South Wales, from all over. And thank you very much for your attendance. It makes our role of organising this event very much worthwhile, and to see the pleasure that you people gain from it is more than what we require. Everyone has a little bit of knowledge in this club, and this has all come together, and I just can't thank them enough for what they've given me as chairman of the club. I was at the Warhope Caravan and Camping Show in the first weekend in August this year, 2025, and a woman from Dorrigo walked into where our stand was set up, and she walked over and she said, "I wish I had done this when I saw you in Rose Hill." We haven't been in Rose Hill since 2017. She still remembered the Australian Caravan Club and our signage, and she signed up on the spot, and she said, "I've missed a few years, haven't I?"
We've only been touring around for probably 4 years, and I think a friend of ours suggested we go along to a muster in our local area, which is a Gippsland Gypsies, which we did in Rutherglen. That was our first one in Victoria, and we met quite a few nice people, and that's what sort of swayed us to join a club.
When we joined in Melbourne at a caravan show because we like the ideals of the club.
I mean, you've all got that common interest. You're all in it together, and yeah, the vibe's pretty good.
And it makes you use your caravan. It makes you go away once a month. Yeah, it pushes you to go away, get away from home and experience your own state. So yeah.
And you learn things about your caravan as well, and touring, and where to go, and how to get there, and that type of stuff.
Having a little branches everywhere, everybody knows everybody.
We've been over to Western Australia and met people that we'd met over here, and they showed us around Western Australia. And
I was sort of running on empty out there on the highway, and I ran into these people, and they were good company. That's one of them there, and they're from Rockhampton, so they took me under their wing.
We've been looking after him. Yeah, our branch has.
It's really a great atmosphere and a great club to be in. Yeah.
And it's just the friends you meet, and we've met some good friends.
I would say to give it a go.
Every day we have new members joining us, and just come on board. There will be a place for you within a club, within a branch, that you will feel very much at ease with and wonder why you didn't do it 20 years ago. And that's what we aim for. If you come with us, with us, you become part of our friendly. Everyone's welcome. Everyone's welcome.